Chat, here we go. We got Joreuz and Mawkzy. These guys playing in the Offseason Open 1v1 tournament for EU. They're in the upper bracket semifinals. And over on the other side is Toxic and Tempo. It is a double elimination tournament, and neither one of these guys have lost yet, and Joreuz is going to get a little ground pinch to make it 2-0. Mawkzy off the ceiling decides to go back to the ground. 101 kilometer per hour ground pinch. Joreuz has been on his game. Both these guys qualified for Salt Mine 4 EU. I believe they qualified the same week. Mawkzy through the uppers and Joreuz through the lowers, which was that second week after Nas and Atto qualified. But Joreuz has been looking as good as ever. And he technically is showing that even if Joreuz, who played for your guys' team in the crew battles, played Mawkzy, who played on my team for the crew battles, maybe I also would have lost that matchup. Apparently, I was just screwed over in the crew battles. If you don't know what I'm talking about, definitely check out the YouTube. Subscribe to us. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. But I think that was a fun idea. I feel like we're going to have to run it again. I don't know if you guys want to set up another, sub goal for it. We could maybe throw it up later for like a North American one, because we did an EU version, and I mean, I think it was fun enough that I bet chat would be interested in North American as well. Trying to get a day off. Yeah, I tried to get a day off. It didn't work out, and now you see the timer is at 21 hours instead, which is a bit tough for me. We did make some trades that we don't like to talk about. We're not sure if we are going to end up regretting them, but we're going to get a day off here or there during certain weeks based on just a little trade, just a slight cheeky little trade we made for courtesy of Dr. Feer. And yeah, I don't like to talk about it too much because I feel like it helps remind the chat of the trade that was made, which I need them to remember for when I take a day off, but I need them to forget at every other moment in the stream. Prediction! Casual is here. Everybody, I did see many predictions. There's just so many things I'm doing behind the scenes, Did Joreuz just pogo shoot? Is Joreuz him? Is Joreuz everything we've ever wanted in a 1v1er? Has he ascended to perfection? Will he ever lose again? These are questions we ask ourselves while we watch Joreuz go up 5-1 against Mawkzy. It's ever since he's been a part of MILF Clan. MILF Clan is obviously the place to be. Mawkzy is clanless. You just had 2 days off? Hey, everyone gets 2 days off in the 9-to-5-a-thon. Or sorry, the 9-to-5, work environments. Everybody knows that you get Saturday, Sunday off. That is how 9-to-5s work. Nice bump from Joreuz. Gonna get himself another goal. We will hit a bunch of other incentives that I'm sure you guys are excited to hit next month when we return. I believe we return end up next month after this stream. But don't worry, YouTube content daily will still be getting pumped out. You can always check out the YouTube and subscribe there while we take vacation, while Fear Corp is, on Thanksgiving break. Fear won't even think of you while he's on vacation. No, chat. Genuinely, I've been having a great time. Genuinely, I've been having a great time. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying your time at Fear Corporation as well. Nothing like waking up on a work day and being excited. Like, ooh, it's another Monday. I get to go to work. How exciting is that? Like SpongeBob level enjoyment of your job. I mean, that's the dream world, is it not? I don't know if I can go SpongeBob level. I think SpongeBob, I mean, honestly, I still would do this for no money if I could get away with it, if I could justify it with the Feer money. But I mean, I think SpongeBob like basically works 24/7 for no money if he could. And if I could somehow justify it, completely live off the sugar mama and, you know, somehow explain, yeah, this makes sense for me to do this all day instead of anything else. And it makes nothing. That seems like a hard, you know, bargain to run with Dr. Feer, but if I did somehow successfully run it, I would. Back in his sugar mama. Listen, he's my work sugar mama, okay? You never bring your work sugar mama and your IRL sugar mama. Never let them meet, okay? Everyone knows that. I mean, he enjoys cooking some burgers. I know. SpongeBob just likes to cook some burgers, man. And I just like to work at the 9 to 5 here at Feer Corporation. Okay. I did maybe hype up Joreuz a lot here. And I can't help but feel like it could be slightly to blame with this comeback for Mawkzy. And there is a perfect top left slot from the Mawk to bring it back. A little wave dash kickoff win. Got to give Mawkzy his credit here as well. Wave dash top left. I mean, that is a boomer. Joreuz. Oh my goodness, nice timing from Mawkzy. Oh, it's a tie game. It's a tie game. Joreuz and Mawkzy all tied up. After all my talk, I think Mawkzy did a really good job during that whole sequence, not using boost. He had like 30 or so, and he knew Joreuz was going to try and undercut, try and demo, try and steal, and he just kind of hung on to all of it. And then he ended up having it just enough to get the ball out ahead of Joreuz there to make the key beat that then was followed up for the goal. So good boost management, I think, from Mawkzy is the reason why he is able to tie this one up here with 10 seconds left to go. And again, Joreuz is going to have to leave. No boost for him. Mawkzy quickly gets control. Is it going to be an air dribble cringe to take the lead? Joreuz lives of based and has himself an air dribble cringe of his own. Joreuz is going to hit right back with the Classico. And Mawkzy cannot really recover in time. Game number 1 goes to Joreuz. Game number 2. Joreuz and Mawkzy. Joreuz had about as good of a start as you can get to open game number 1.
The Great White.
The Great White. Cookin' is Lukin. Thank you for the 9 months of Tier 1. Much appreciated. The Great White is here. And he showed up for game number 1. Thought he could get a cheeky little power shot to beat Mawkzy. It sounds like maybe a sub. Maybe miss an epic save. I'll go mark this off. I'm not blaming Kukinis Lukin, but it will go down on your, you know, employee yearly review. Ghostin! Thank you for the 2 months of Prime.
To watch the stream so often and forget to use my Prime. Love the work, Feer.
Ghostin, are you telling me that I need to remind the entire chat that if you have Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch account and subscribe for free once a month, and not using it is the equivalent of bowing down to Bezos, when really you should be taking his money and giving it to someone else? Kukin is cooked for his annual review. Ooh, what a save. Thought maybe the follow-up could have been cleared out. Not using it is equivalent to missing 4 days of work in a row. I mean, not using it is like getting your bonus from the company and then they just like hand you the check and, you know, and every day you don't cash it, it goes down. And you're just like, oh, I'll get to it. I'll get to it. Don't worry. You're like, but every day you don't cash it, it's deteriorating. Oh, yeah, that's fine. One day I'll just cash it. No, you must cash it right away. Every time it is given to you. And that means if your streamer's not live, listen, maybe I'm controversial saying this. Give it to someone who's live. If you remember to, you know, that you have a Prime and you're watching a stream right now, reward somebody who is live in that moment. Say, thank you for streaming. Here's my Prime. That's what I do. If I notice it's open, I'm like, all right, who's live right now that I'm going to watch? They're getting my Prime. Only 9 days until Feer's birthday. If we keep the subs, he'll still be streaming on his birthday. Here's the thing about the birthday stream. It's almost already guaranteed on account of the vacation time we're taking. Let me think. If nobody subbed again, we could get it down to, what would we get it down to today? About 8 hours off or 7 hours off of what it is right now. So let's say 14. And then, you know what? If nobody subbed, we could get our birthday off. Just barely, I think. So there you go. All we have to do is just, you know, let's Feer have his birthday off. It's that simple. How do you do Prime sub on mobile? Well, first off, you're already a sub, but like I said, if you did have a Prime sub, you want to make sure you give it to somebody. And I think that Bezos straight up made it so you can't. Might be true. Because he doesn't want you to use his money. It's crazy. Julian! Thank you for the brand new Prime. Much appreciated. Mawkzy up 6-4. With half this game left to go. What's the largest dono you've ever gotten? I think that it's kind of like prize pool donations. I don't know. I'm trying to think if Vacanus has donated a full 1,000 or something for a single match. I feel like he might have. But I've gotten two like 500 prize pool donations. And then honestly, I mean, if you're talking about donations, woo, I think it might be more expensive to drop 100 subs, which Vacanus has done like 1,000,000 times now. So those might be considered, you know, bigger. Spark! Thank you for the brand new Prime. I think in Civic probably dropped all his subs that he has on here at once. How many was that? 200? He might have done 200 all at once. So that's a pretty big. I mean, Vacanus did 200. I mean, it's Vac. Just ask Vacanus. Ask him how much he thinks was his biggest donation. You ended up doing 700 for Zen and Daniel, and you did 200 subs last week, which was 1,000. Yeah, so Vacanus will let you know. I don't think anybody's been able to beat him. Suga Suga dropped 250. Yeah, the thing about Suga Suga, who dropped 250, is that sub cost is like regional. And I don't know if Suga Suga is from a region that they're like much cheaper or something. Because I remember thinking, oh wow, that's insane, 250. And like double checking to make sure that came through. And it was never like the Vacanus 250s that have been dropped. He basically begs for people to send him subs. So sad. Oh. Caught! You got me. You got me. I'm trying to highlight this YouTube chatter, but guilty as charged. In fact, I made up a whole 9 to 5-a-thon. Joreuz, the fake resets. Able to go underneath Mr. Mawkzy. Mawkzy's led the majority of this game. With a minute left to go, Joreuz is definitely still within range. And maybe not anymore. 6-9, chat. Thank you. I just wanted you to highlight my message on stream. I love you so much, Feer. Guys, I do feel bad. I do feel bad. Do you guys ever feel attacked when your message gets highlighted on stream? Does anyone else sit in terror thinking any message I send might show up fully highlighted on stream? Because for the most part, I try and use it for fun. Sometimes I get roasted and I'll highlight it, but there was one last week I was like, I feel kind of bad. I probably shouldn't have highlighted that one. I didn't mean to like publicly roast them. No, I'm not insecure. That's what I hope, but I think specifically I highlighted somebody's message because I felt they're being slightly rude to me in my defense. But then they were like, kind of bummed. I was like, oh man, my bad. I think I might have ruined that person's day a little bit. I didn't mean to do that. But to be fair, I didn't appreciate what they were suggesting. So you're guessing based on the clock that chat won the crew battle. You are guessing correctly. 1-1, Joreuz Mawkzy in this off-season open 1v1. It's mean when someone mistypes something and you make fun of them? I'm trying to think when I've done that. For the most part, those are pretty funny, right? I would hope that everyone's just like, oh, I mean, everybody mistypes. I would hope that's a pretty common mistake that, you know, we could all just laugh about, but maybe not. Oh, it sounds like someone remembers exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, interesting. I'm surprised. I tried to keep it pretty vague, but I've never mishoped. So true. Game number 3, by the way, Joreuz and Mawkzy. Off-season open 1v1s. Everybody loves a good Joreuz Mawkzy. We've been hanging out a little bit more with chat today during this 9 to 5-a-thon. We got a lot of matches today, but this is a solid one. So I want to make sure to hit the record button. I also was looking at, I don't know if people have been watching on the YouTube recently from the live VODs, but I record a higher quality for the YouTube videos. And I tell you what, man, I can just, it's pretty darn obvious how different it is. Now the stream quality is dictated by what Twitch like maximizes, like what Twitch allows. Although Twitch, I think, is updating it here soon, which is cool. Maybe we'll be able to give higher quality to the Twitch links as well. But so I take that same feed and I send it to YouTube as well, so it's slightly down from what the YouTube videos are, which I record at a higher quality. I feel like you can tell, man. The YouTube videos are just a little bit step up. I don't know if anyone else agrees. But if you want to wait to watch that Ultra HD, you can skip the VODs and get the improved video from the YouTube videos. Highlight this message if you read YouTube chat and Twitch chat equally. I have them, they pull into the same like window for me. So all the chats are the same. YouTube chat often thinks they're getting ignored, and the reality is they're just getting ignored as much as anyone else might get ignored. Which, from what I've realized as a streamer, sometimes it's completely accidental. You didn't notice messages. Sometimes it is very intentional because the message is mean, cringe, irrelevant, something like that. As a longtime YouTube chatter, I really hate when I see Twitch chatters like the fun buns gift bits that they worked hard to pay for and you ego and crush their dreams. Okay, Void has to be memeing. Void absolutely has to be memeing. Okay? He has to be. The fun buns gives 1 bit at a time. Either that or you're talking about the 100,000 bits, which would also be pretty funny if you're a YouTube chatter who, I mean, just so you know, the 100,000 bits is a whole-on fake joke. It's an emote. They're not giving me $1,000 every time that gets typed. I hope that that's clear. And everybody else is giving 1 bit. Yeah, that would be pretty wild. I would be quite the ego if I was just ignoring this many $1,000 donations. Like, oh yeah, thanks for the bits, and now the bits are cool, thanks, whatever. I worked hard to give you these bits. Question mark? Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry. After 2 weeks of working, it feels weird being paid in crypto. You should feel happy because no one else in chat is getting paid, so. If you got some crypto, you should feel good about it. POV, your Vacanus. Donate 100,000 bits. Thank you, chat. Somehow the timer is not updating for these sick donations. I don't know why. Stuck in a dryer is the only paid chatter. Yeah, but if you guys select win Fierce money, what a nice long shot from Mawkzy. Just hook shot off the wall here to absolutely rip it. I guess he picked up 100, but that's so well timed. When is bring your kid to work day? I brought my kid a couple times to work. I mean, not all day, but. Hey, Swamp Fox. You're saying it looks like it went well because of the whole 21-hour thing, but that's actually not because it went well. It's because it went terrible during the crew battle. Actually, a lot of that, the majority of the 21 is because it's been going amazing. You see Squishy announced that he's playing in RLCS. I can't tell if you're doing what Kep's chat does to him every 5 seconds or if there was actually a tweet today. But also, wouldn't he just play? I mean, he's been playing the qualifiers, right? Is he saying he's unretiring, or is he just like, I'm going to keep playing the qualifiers like I always do with this team, and I'm going to stream it or whatever? He announced it, but I'm pretty sure he's going to announce he's doing ones. Oh, interesting. Ooh, Joreuz. Reset, musty, dunk onto the Mawkzy. Even he has to drop a nice shot. But Joreuz ice cold, locked in. Can't be bothered with quick chats. He said if this gets 5,000 likes, I'll announce my team's name. Oh, okay. Wait, he's just doing what... I'm assuming he's just doing what he always does. Play the qualifiers with some people who don't really have a team otherwise. So you lost the crew battle? Yeah, but it was a nail biter. It was really close. It was about as close as you could possibly imagine. Crew battle could have gone either way. I did lose 3-0, but many people were saying my team was quite good. Experts around the field were just as shocked as I was. Ooh, Mawkzy wasted a couple more seconds. Many people... No, I mean, the chat barely had their team favored. And they were, of course, chat biased. And they still barely had their team favored. If it were me, I would have picked Joreuz, Jack, and Nas on my team and not listened to the kickoff guy. To be fair, I didn't listen to the kickoff guy. I drafted my team completely myself. No advice from anyone else. You could tell by the way that they went 0-3. I don't even know if I regret it, man. I don't even know if I regret it. I drafted recent Arm the Rebels Cup winner Mawkzy, who had just taken down everyone in the EU days ago. And it just unfortunately didn't work out. Mawkzy going insane here to finish off. Little ceiling reset. He's watching it as well. 10-4 for game number 3. Looking like Mawkzy's going up 2-1. Thought you were on PTO this week? Look at that. See, some chatters thought I was on PTO the entire week. They're going to be so happy to find out it's just the entire rest of the week. Just the entire rest of the week. Yeah, no other days other than this day. GG. Game number 3 goes to Mawkzy. Wish there was, but I don't know of one. Joreuz and Mawkzy. Game number 4. Joreuz had a great start. I might have jinxed him slightly when I said he ascended into, you know, 1v1 fame, 1v1 godhood, whatever it was I said before, when he was absolutely going crazy in game 1. Hasn't won since then. They can come over to Twitch. They can come over. That is true. 114. I hope that is not where we get to. I don't know. It's a mix because it's going to be harder to keep going. So if we get to 114, it's just as long as the Feer melee still loves me, then sure, get to 114. It was a bad sign since he came in on the Octane. You think Joreuz Fennec is better or Joreuz Octane is better? He switches usually after a loss. Joreuz prioritizing Mawkzy not getting a touch on the ball on that aerial. And it seems to have paid off because now he's got possession still. And Mawkzy, well, hesitation moves before the challenge. Did a good job to trick Joreuz into thinking he was maybe leaving. But again, is Joreuz back on the ball? He lost his dribble, though. Let the ball fall straight down. How was your weekend? I had a great weekend. Did everyone else have a great weekend as well? We had some family in town, so we were showing off the University of Arizona, my alma mater. It's a good time. How about you guys? Ooh, Mawkzy, little reverse shot. Wait, I wonder why Joreuz didn't feel good about that. I mean, I guess he gets it either way. I feel like he has the level of control to backflip that bottom right. Just bang right there, and there's no way Mawkzy gets back, right? But decides to play it safer. All right, you guys want a new emote called Dunked? Dunked on? So why don't we just keep it dunked on, but you want to change it to dunked? I mean, I guess that's fine. I mean, we could just keep it as dunked on, though, no? Mawkzy, fake hook shots. Everybody pay attention to this. If you can somehow, this is potentially replicatable for us low-level players. You do not want to shoot while your defender has momentum. So they're transitioning into net, and they want to jump and make a save. If you shoot on that first one that Mawkzy faked, you play right into Joreuz's hands, allow him to save with speed. He counters, you get scored on. You want to shoot only once you force that defender to completely pause. Stop in net. Then if you're going to try and go far, far post, you can take the hook shot. Or, of course, if they go flying past, then you could just not shoot it and let it roll in. Bottom right. But if you have the patience, you have the ability to not just instantly shoot, and you feel like you can still get the right shot after the next bounce, it is the right idea to do so if your defender is flowing back to net with speed. Wave dash kickoff for Joreuz. He's actually giving the Mawkzy special to him, bumping him before getting himself a goal. Hey, Feer, I'm sorry. So you lost so bad against chat. You and your doctor deserve to win. I mean, I don't know about deserve to win. We got crushed, man. My team got 3-0'd. I mean, there's nothing else to say. Not only that, then I had to go play ranked because we had to fill some time. So it was just a real... I'd add 8 hours, fill content time with ranked, have the shame of my squad getting 0-3'd. It was... What can you do other than instantly want to run it back? Give me NA crew battle, Feer versus chat. Mawkzy denied his opportunity to try and get within 1, but then Joreuz just going to hand it to him. Mawkzy's not missing this. I want to go back and kind of see what Joreuz was thinking there. Booming the ball, having it land outside of, you know, the box of the net, aka very far away from scoring through the air, is usually not what you want to do. You don't want to dispossess, you know, yourself for such a low quality shot, and Joreuz seemed very willing to do so. I don't know if he's expecting Mawkzy to turn or what, but we lowered the timer. Hey, we did it. We went under 21. We started today at 21, 21, 21. And we were able to get it under 21. Look at us go, chat. Ooh, Joreuz just played it directly into Mawkzy. Mawkzy able to walk it in for free. I want to see this again from Joreuz. POV. I just tried to pre-flip. Oh, we wanted 2 touches in a row, maybe. Obviously, you don't want to take it to that side wall unless you have a follow-up. Joreuz able to tap away, grab boost, chase down Mawkzy, at least make it awkward for him. He's got enough to work with. Mawkzy has a lead, though, so at 30 seconds. What a clean catch. That's just not easy to do with the ball that close to the back wall. Just so smooth. And it's the only way to catch it where Joreuz is going to feel like he has no chance to challenge. He just lost the ball, and that's probably losing the game. If he had the ball on top of his car for that take, not only does he like not lose the game, he actually has a really good chance of tying. Almost would have favored him to tie it up. But as soon as he lets the ball roll off, now he doesn't have boost. Can he manage a way to score here? Actually gets underneath the ball. Mawkzy. Oh my goodness, what a 50 Joreuz is going to score it at 0 seconds. Truly an impossible play. Mawkzy coming from above just wants to get any touch on the ground. He just tries to front flip it down. It doesn't work. Joreuz, how did he have the nerve to low 50 to keep that ball in the air? And then the side flip to send it to OT. Can Joreuz clutch it out? Send us to game 5. He has been known as Mr. Clutch in 1v1. It's an air dribble into the net. Mawkzy, it seemed like he was there. Joreuz just takes it to the top right corner near post, aka a great position to defend and just eat up if you're Mawkzy, but he just transitions to the back wall, not expecting that quick of a shot. And Joreuz clutches up. We got game 5. If Joreuz knows he's playing for the chat, did the chat favor him by any chance? They didn't, so he's playing against the chat. But at least a good portion of them probably believe. This feels like a preview of RLCS 1v1. RLCS 1v1 probably be even more hype. But I do expect both these guys to be a part of it. So Joreuz just played the last game in the Octane. Did he pre-switch Fennec after winning? Interesting take. Will this work out? Maybe this should have been the El Pogo. You guys like this better as El Pogo? What is El Pogo right now? El Pogo is pretty good. Yeah, but I think my car is probably a better El Pogo. Let me go to our current El Pogo. Let me cook up here. Can I look through mine? All right, we're taking away this El Pogo. Sorry, I'm cooking something up for the chat. You guys will get to see it in a second. New El Pogo on the block. For when someone doesn't hit a Pogo. That's pretty good. Joreuz is up 2-1 in game 5 as he attempts to clutch up, and he only hits W Pogos. No L Pogos from him. Mawkzy has 4 boost. So I think Joreuz needed to make sure he didn't let him get all the way to the net. Because any sort of challenge, even a slight miss, he'd be able to out-recover. Mawkzy gets a demo now. Bounce dribble, Joreuz, nice respawn. Run straight to the ball. I'm actually a bit surprised he didn't power shoot there. 28 boost. I was kind of expecting him to think it was worthwhile to just clear it, launch it away, but here he is playing defensively instead, and it paid off, and that's why Joreuz is out there on the field, and I'm out here just talking about it. He decided not to hand over possession, which I like, because previously he was handing over possession, I think, in even less explainable ways. You know, sometimes low boost, high bounce, you're not going to be able to get up to it if you let it rise up in the air. You just take a quick shot, because that's better than the ball floating and playing into the hands of the opponent who has more boost than you. That was the thought process I was on. But Joreuz seemed to be aware of the fact that he was going to be able to handle defensively what Mawkzy was going to throw at him. And he might just be able to get an even better possession, which is what he did. And then he flicks to score a third and scores again with a fourth. Mawkzy's going to drop himself. Oh, what a save. Felt like he should have had that one, because he absolutely should have. He tried to power slide, catch it into the post or crossbar or something, instead of just throwing it into the corner. And the reason why is because he felt like his recovery, if he flipped it into the corner, would be poor and would give the ball back. He didn't want to land in net and keep, you know, Joreuz's possession going, especially on a shot that he felt could be easily saved. So it's like no reason to give this shot more respect than it deserves. I'll just power slide cut it, instantly end his possession, and counterattack maybe even. Instead, he just puts it in his net, which I guess is the risk you take. But it's definitely the risk that many players, if not all players, in the top ones game take now. Joreuz psychoing to clear. Give Mawkzy the ball. He's going to pass to himself off the back wall and rush it straight towards Joreuz. Air dribble bump. Would work out. Mawkzy did not want to allow Joreuz the time to set up. I actually think he did this hook shot off the back wall to punish Joreuz chasing him down. I think he was expecting Joreuz to grab 100 and then go full speed at him. So with a heavy touch against the back wall, you kind of play it faster than Joreuz expecting, and there's a really solid chance he overshoots, you know, the dive as he tries to close the distance, which I feel is basically what happened. And now Mawkzy going to be able to score again to make sure the cinema stays intact. 4-4 with 2 minutes left to go. Joreuz arrives at Mawkzy's hitbox too soon, so he can't demo him. He just undercuts him. And now going to have to try and find a way to score here, using up a lot of boost on this take. Every last bit of it, I would argue. And that is going to get him scored on. So you got to be careful. Joreuz trying to get a clean catch and maybe catch Mawkzy off guard by bringing a ball that was awkward to the net, you know, finding a way to score it. But I mean, you really have to be safe when doing that. You got to be either just next level mechanically to somehow control it with very little boost and create a good shot out of it with nothing, or you need to bail out of it because you need to save something for your recovery. And Joreuz did not. Now with 1:20 left to go, he's playing from behind. Joreuz lobbing this one. Able to steal Mawkzy's 100. Mawkzy going to reset back corner and not go up in the air. He sees Joreuz likely to go up the side wall, and I think this is a great counter to that. Joreuz, I think expecting to have to go up side wall, does turn in once he recognizes Mawkzy is not going to take it. But once again finds himself at high speed, approaching too closely to Mawkzy and not being able to turn around and make something out of it. Now kickoff goal, not looking great. Ooh, a close one from Mawkzy. Feels a bit spicy to me here. Was it actually close? I don't know what he's saying. I think that might have been just some slight trash talk. I don't know if he was saying Joreuz was close to saving it off the post, but there hasn't been any trash talk from either one of these guys before this. Maybe he's saying the whole game was a close one and he has now won it. I don't know. But 44 seconds. Joreuz able to get this boost respawn, but Mawkzy bumps him away and takes a long shot. Joreuz has dropped the controller here, it would seem. And I don't know if he's responding or just thinking up his next move. Is he going to be back? Good job locking in on the kickoffs. There it is. There it is. Thank you, GG's. There seems like there's a tiny bit of salt here. But it's like respectful salt, you know? Just a slight glaze. Although I don't think it's what you'd say for a small amount of salt. Mawkzy, can we get El Pogos in the chat? El Pogos in the chat for Mawkzy. Oh, wait, he's going to try and get a second one. Nope. GG's. Nice win from Mawkzy. I think this is maybe better for us to get more games if we're going to keep following Joreuz, but Mawkzy advances in the upper bracket.